Alright, hi everybody. This is my attempt at an IGTV video. We're going to be doing a makeup tutorial on hooded eyes. I have severely hooded eyes. It's very small. I have a really thick brow bone area and they jut forward so that they hide my lids. A lot of people have this and it's really hard to wear makeup, mainly because you put all this eyeshadow on, you work really hard, and then you don't ever see it. So it kind of sucks, but there are tips and tricks that you can do to try to actually show your eyeshadow and have it come through. Now, everything I have learned from Alyssa Ashley. She's a YouTuber that does all makeup. She has severely hooded eyes as well. She's amazing. She taught me everything I know. But yeah, I think I've had the most severe hooded eyes I've ever met, like and seen online. I YouTubed for a long time to try to find some, and I really could not. And then I found Alyssa Ashley, who has really hooded eyes, but I have downturned eyes as well. So like when I smile, the smile lines, they go down, which makes it harder as well because everything should go up and swoop and make you look nice and young like a cat eye, and I just don't have that. So yeah, we're gonna dive into it. I'm in a house robe. That's what I always wear. Sorry if it offends you or it's weird. I don't really care. My hair looks like crap. So this will be fun. We'll just roll with it. I've already done my face. I have a very blinding highlight on. So I posted on Instagram and asked like what you guys wanted, if you wanted a natural versus a smoky. And I think natural was winning the last time I checked, but I am going out tonight. So I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and do like a little bit more of an elaborate eye, but I'll stop short. You know, you'll see kind of like the midway through, and then maybe that'll give you guys an idea of how I do it. So let's start. I don't know where anything is here for my makeup. It's a absolute mess. We're gonna roll with it. So we're gonna start with a Jaclyn Hill palette. This is what I always use. It's pretty much the only thing I use right now, ever since I got it. And I have a bunch of other palettes and I just don't use them. My eyes are already primed and set and prepped, so we're ready to go. Now I am going to use my little mirror to look into. I have a mirror behind me for my vanity and it provides all the lighting and everything, but it's just easier for me to get really close and see. So just gonna walk you through, I guess, what I do, and you can fast forward, I guess, at some point if it gives you the option, if you don't really care about the colors and everything. But I'm gonna start and mix these two shades, and that is gonna go into not your actual crease. We are basically having to make a new crease with hooded eyes. That's what this is all about. So if you look at your eye, the crease is that the deepest part of your eye. If you're hooded, you basically don't have a crease. You can't see it. So what you wanna do is make a new crease. So wherever it is normally, I'm gonna try to figure out a good angle here. Like normally it's right here. If I just did it in that one little tiny crease, you would not see it. So I always bring it up higher, and I take this transition shade all the way into the inner corner and on the outside, and I just go back and forth. I build my colors a lot. I really don't like to rush through them. This is really awkward angle. I'm really sorry, but the camera's so low. So let me try to turn this way. Yeah, so we're taking it in, but we're going higher. Don't be scared to go higher. This is the transition shade, so it shouldn't be too bad. And because of my downturned eyes, when I get to the end, I really just try to make like a little triangle so that it doesn't look like it's just like falling out the side. And it's gonna come in handy later when you have to like pull this eye look up. So I don't even know how I'm gonna edit this thing or if I'm gonna put it all on there. This will be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my go-to smoky eye. Pretty sure Jaclyn Hill, this is her routine that she used for smoky eye using her palette. It's just the one I've always used. It's my favorite. With my blue eyes, I like playing with colors that are like reds and pinks. I think they make my eyes pop, especially summer. Now, come winter, cool tones, I'm all about it. I will wear a black smoky eye as much as I can, and grays and whatnot. But with the summer, I try to keep it kind of light. I think I'm supposed to look at this camera. Anyway, okay, so that's enough of a transition shade for now. I think you can kind of see it. It's nothing dark, but it'll work. All right, next. I know this is backward, but this shade here, I don't know the names, but we're gonna go in with that shade. It's kind of like a brown, but it definitely has like pink undertones to it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this on the outer corner only, and I start in the crease and just pat it in there. And I take it, I'm actually gonna do a halo eye. That's what I'm gonna do. So halo eyes are actually really good for hooded eyes because halo eyes specifically are dark on the inside and the outside corner, and the lightest part of the eyeshadow is in the middle of the eye, which lifts. Bright light shadows lift, dark shadows like bring it in. Mattes darken, glitter opens an eye. So if you put like a light glitter shade right in the middle of a hooded eye, it is gonna help like open that eye up a little bit, which is what we're trying to do. So I'm going to take this shade and just, I normally dab it on, and then I start to blend it out in circles and windshield wipers. Okay, now you can see that you can't really see it if I just look directly at the camera. So we've got to take it up a little bit and ever so slightly. And I'm actually going to bring this all the way in to the inner corner like that. Yep. Boop. And the thing with this is if it's so high and it freaks you out, you can always go back in with a transition shade and like soften it up. It's not gonna kill you, I promise. So yeah, all right, so we got it kind of high. If you can, I'm kind of taking it directly from the middle of, or the middle of the eye. I take it directly out. Most people bring it down, but I don't have round eyes. I can't bring it down or it's gonna bring my entire eye down. So I put the eyeshadow right in the middle where I've made my crease, and I bring it straight out to the edge and then connect it down to my lash line. And that kind of gives me the effect of what I want. If you can see it, you can actually see the color. It's gonna pull it out to the side. That's really where most of your makeup's going to be with hooded eyes. It's going to end up on the actual outer corner of your eye. It's just the only way we can do it to show it. So yeah, so I'm gonna only do one eye at a time because if not, this is going to take forever. Didn't even think about that. So yeah, so we have that. Now I'm going to go in with, I'm gonna use the same brush because I don't know how many of my other brushes are, honestly. This color, it's like a purple, it's got a little bit of like a brown, but it's like a really dark purple. It's really, really pretty. And then we're going to focus this again. We're gonna do basically the same thing. I'm not gonna take this color as high up, but it's gonna go in the outer corner, carry it all the way to the inner corner, and pack it on in that inner corner specifically. You don't need to drag this down onto your lid. It's probably going to happen if you have hooded lids because they're really small, but you don't need to. You're gonna cover that part later anyway. So I'm going to pat that on. I forgot how pigmented these are and dark. Okay, so we're gonna keep this a little lower. Don't know if you can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm just blending, and then I'm bringing it all the way over into my inner corner. I'll have to probably go back and make this a little darker in the inner corner. And then I'm just blending it out. Windshield wipers, circular motions, all of that works. And again, bringing it from the middle of the lid out, straight out to the edge, and kind of making like a wing look. So I'm gonna soften it up a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I used to do a transition shade. I'm just gonna kind of brush that in there. My pups are playing and fighting. So yeah, like that. And I mean, you can see that most of it's on the outer corner. We're just gonna pack a little bit more. I'm gonna try to bring it up a little bit more in this area. Into the middle corner. You want some camera time? Say hello to the people. Okay, so if you look, you can see the color. It's there, it's visible. You can still take it higher if you want, but I think that's as high as I'm comfortable going right now. All right, so this last part is the tedious part. Because I'm going in with the black shade. And I'm using a very, very tiny, this is a Morphe E36 brush. All of those brushes were actually Morphe. The first one I used for the transition was the M441, and the one I just used for those last two colors is the M433. So it's very tiny, it's very precise, which is what you need with hooded eyes because this can go AWOL and bad really fast. So I'm gonna dip it into that black shade, like a light amount, not a lot. And I'm going to take this, I'm blocking the light too, I just noticed. And take it into the outer corner and try to make that like V shape. And I'm not gonna drag it out yet because then we're gonna probably have a mess. And I'm gonna carry that all the way over into my inner corner. You can see that, like, this is why we call it a halo, because it literally looks like you're wearing a halo on your eye. Now, I'm gonna go back in with wherever that other brush is, right there. And I'm going to blend because this black is harsh. I'm gonna blend and blend and blend. Honestly, I don't even remember if this is the right colors that I normally use. I have not worn my makeup like this in so long. It has been absolutely forever since I've done this. I have just worn bronzer on my eye for like the last, I don't know, like 2 months. I feel like I really haven't worn makeup. It's just hasn't happened. So we're going to just blend, blend, blend that in there. Okay, so done. I'm gonna leave that alone. It looks really good, actually. I am going to take that color, that brush that I use for transition shade. I'm gonna grab my Hoola bronzer because this color really matches my skin well right now. It's even a better transition shade, I think, for me. Dab it. And I'm just gonna kind of attach this to the top of where I put all those other colors and just bring it out to the side. So if you look at my eye, you can see that it goes up. And the reason is because when we connect it down to the bottom lash line, it's going to pull the whole eye look up and out to the side so that you can actually see the colors. So yeah, we're gonna leave that. And now, what I'm gonna take just a flat brush and some cheap, this is e.l.f. actually. This isn't my brush. I'm pretty sure I stole this from Macy. Just a flat brush like that, MAC Prep and Prime. I'm gonna spray it on there. This just really helps the colors stay that you want to stay. And what I'm going to do is I normally take a color from the Jaclyn Hill palette, I think. Yes, I do. I take this shade here, and what side did I wet? That side. And I'm just going to rub that in there. Sometimes your finger works better, but so that it's like really thick on the brush. And this is where the halo comes into effect. So we've got those dark shadows on the outer corner and the inner corner. You're gonna take this and you're going to dab it directly in the center of your eye and take it up. So that it opens, don't go up past like your crease, but that way it opens the middle of your eye. So when you look at me, my eye looks a little bigger now because the bright shimmery color is in the middle and it catches the light and it opens it up and the dark shadows deepen. So it looks like my eyes are a little bit wider. And that is really all there is to it. I will go back in and, you know, just kind of try to blend these colors a little bit so it's not so like a harsh difference, you know, it's a little more blended. Boop, boop. And really, guys, that is it. I will add those same colors to the bottom lash line and I'll drag that up. I'll throw on some lashes and that's it. So the natural look is literally what I've done over here on this eye, which was just add a transition shade. I throw on that bronzer, which I already did it, so I'm going to end up doing it regardless. So I might as well go and put it on. And where's the brush that I always use for my bronzer? Da-da-da-da. Oh, I always use this brush. It's a Sephora brush, but it's like my favorite little blending brush. So this is my natural look you guys want to know about. And literally all I do is take it above the crease and just put it in there. You know, you got to make your own crease. You can't really, and I'll just kind of bring it down honestly, but you can't really tell where your crease is. If you make your own, no one will ever know. So yeah, that's really it, guys. It's super easy. It's super simple. Hooded eyes, I know it's a struggle for us ladies with hooded eyes, or us guys with hooded eyes. It sucks. It's really hard to put on makeup. But it is possible. I, again, will send you to Alyssa Ashley. She's the best YouTuber out there for hooded eyes. She's the only one that's actually got true hooded eyes that puts videos out there. A lot of people put them out that don't even have hooded eyes. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take advice from you. You don't know the struggle, okay? And if you have downturned eyes as well, use those tips of bringing it out and making sure that everything pulls up and out to the side, that you don't have an eye that like really drags down. So yeah, that's my look. If you follow me on Instagram, which I think you have, I don't know, you may not have to with I don't know how this works. Anyway, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see pictures later of the final look. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. It's Brooklyn H. Elder. I'm a blogger, so this is like one of those things people ask me to do, and I'm just trying to cover it. That is it. Thank you guys, and goodbye. Mwah.